Dear students, welcome to my video class. In the today class, I explain about the important concept in spectral and magnetic properties that is called as Tanabe-Sugano diagram. What is meant by Tanabe-Sugano diagram? It is an interpretation of electronic spectra of the transition metal complexes. So it is one important concept in spectral and magnetic properties. Another one method is Orgel diagram. It is also used for interpretation of electronic spectra of transition metal complexes. But one thing is differ from that is called as, which is both qualitative as well as quantitative analysis, but the Orgel diagram only applicable as qualitative analysis, not for the quantitative analysis. That's why it is very useful energy diagram to interpret the electronic spectra of the transition metal complexes. So let's start the Tanabe-Sugano diagram. The Tanabe-Sugano diagram, it explains or it shows both high spin as well as low spin complexes in the electronic absorption bands. Means it allows both high spin as well as low spin complexes. I just compare the Orgel as well as Tanabe-Sugano diagram. In Orgel diagram, it allows or it shows only the high spin complexes and there is no interpretation about the low spin complexes. But in case of Tanabe-Sugano diagram, it allows both high spin as well as low spin complexes. And the second one is all the terms are shown in diagram. The term means all the spectroscopic terms are displayed or we can use in the Tanabe-Sugano diagram. But in case of Orgel diagram, it either the D Orgel diagram or the F Orgel diagram. Means the Orgel diagram based on only the one spectroscopic notation. Either the D with respect to the D or with respect to the F. But in here both F, S, P, D, F, G, H, I, all the spectroscopic terms are involved in the energy diagram. The next is the spin forbidden transition are also shown. Means it allows both spin allowed as well as spin forbidden transitions. The spin allowed and spin forbidden transitions are discussed in the last video. That's why just start with the both spin allowed as well as spin forbidden transition. In here, the ground state is taken as constant reference. Means the Orgel diagram which explain the from the zero energy level or from the 0 point of energy, one ground state will be the lower in energy level and another one is the higher in energy level from the hypothetical degeneracy. But in here, the ground energy state or the lowest spectroscopic terms are considered as ground state energy, and under that the one of the term or the lowest energy is considered as ground state or which considered as x-axis or the zero energy level, and the energies of all other terms are plotted with respect to the ground energy level or the lowest in energy level, and it plotted by plotting the graph of delta naught by B versus E by B. Means by plotting the delta naught by B as axis and E by B as an ordinate, and we can plot the graph, and in here the lowest energy is considered or the lowest spectroscopic notation considered as ground state energy. For plotting these or which involve the terms, that's when we must know the Tanabe-Sugano diagram explains the electronic spectra from D1 to D9 system. That's why the D1 to D9 having the some spectroscopic notations based on the Russell-Sanders terms, it explains the term. That's why the configuration D1 and D9 having the same spectroscopic terms. That's why we can explain in the column the term is 2D. Means in here only the one possibility is the electronic arrangement. That's why the spectroscopic term is 2D only. D2, D8 system are having the same spectroscopic notation, that is 3F, 3P, 1G, 1D, 1S. 3F, 3P, 1G, 1D, 1S means these are the spectroscopic terms, but in OR gate diagram we can consider only these 3F and the same spin multiplicity is 3P will be considered for drawing the or draw the OR gate diagram. But in Tanabe-Sugano diagram, it explains the notation of 3F to 1S means 3F, 3P, 1G, 1D, 1S up to the 1S. It allows the or in the Tanabe-Sugano diagram. Next is D3, D7 system are having the same spectroscopic notation like 4F, 4P, 2H, 2G, 2F, so on. Some more Russell-Sanders terms, but these are the important Russell-Sanders terms which are involved in the Tanabe-Sugano diagram. Then D4 and D6 system having the same spectroscopic notation means it's based on the spin multiplicity or the based on the ground state term calculation. We can calculate the spectroscopic terms like 5D, 3H, 3G, 3D, 1I. And in the D5 system, but one thing carefully, in an OR gate diagram, the D5 system will not explain because of it is spin forbidden transition. Clear? Because in that OR gate diagram, D1, D2, D3, D4, D6, D7, D8 and D9 systems diagram can be easily explained from the OR gate diagram. But the Tanabe-Sugano diagram, it explains the D5 system also. Because of in the D5 system, the high spin complexes are spin forbidden transition, but in the low spin complexes, spin allowed transition. So the spectroscopic terms are 6S, 4G, 4F, 4D and 2I. So based on these terms, we can draw the Tanabe-Sugano diagram. Before draw the Tanabe-Sugano diagram, we must glance the last video class. In the last video class, the each term like F term or P term or D term or S term having the having the Mulliken terms. We just glance the last class because of in the last video I explained the Mulliken terms for the S to F or S to H terms. So just for the spectroscopic notation is S, capital S, which having the A1G symmetry here, and P spectroscopic notation having G T1G symmetry, and D spectroscopic notation is T2G plus EG symmetry, and F spectroscopic notation having the A2G plus T1G plus T2G symmetry, and G spectroscopic notation having the A1G plus EG plus T1G plus T2G symmetry, and H spectroscopic notation having the EG plus 2T1G plus T2G symmetry, and I spectroscopic notation having the A1G plus A2G plus EG plus T1G plus T2G plus T2G symmetry. So these are the spectroscopic notation and these are the Mulliken terms which are involved in the suitable spectroscopic notation. So based on these terms, we can draw the Tanabe-Sugano diagram. We just start the Tanabe-Sugano diagram for D1 to D9 system. At the first, the D1 system, the Tanabe-Sugano diagram for D1 system. We can compare the OR gate diagram and Tanabe-Sugano diagram. First, we can plot the OR gate diagram for D1 system. Means the D1 means it is an D OR gate diagram. Having the Mulliken term is 2D only. From the hypothetical degeneracy, it it's splitted into T2G and EG symmetry. Clear? T2G and EG symmetry. That is 2D, like 2 T2G and 2 EG symmetry. It's an only one electronic transition, that is called as 2 T2G to 2 EG. Means its transition is T2G1 to EG0 to T2G0 to EG1 transition. Because of octahedral geometry, it's right half of the orgel diagram. That is an orgel diagram. We just compare the orgel with Tanabe-Sugano diagram. In Tanabe-Sugano diagram, the lowest spectroscopic notation is considered as ground state. Means in here only the one term. That's why 2D is considered as ground energy. And in here the term 2T 2G is lowest energy is considered as zero energy level. We just plot the Tanabe-Sugano diagram by plotting the delta naught by B against E by B. Delta naught by B against E by B. And in here 2D is the spectroscopic notation, is the lowest energy. It starts from, you just rotate the diagram in the fashion like, you just, it will in the straight line. That's why it moves in the higher energy level. That's why these term, the lowest energy term or the zero energy term is considered as 2T2G and the highest energy is considered as 2EG. From the Tanabe-Sugano diagram also, only the one transition, that is 2T2G to 2EG. The electronic transition is T2G 1 EG0 to T2G0 EG1 transition. It's only the one transition. It's very simple electronic spectra of the 2D system, because of orgel diagram and Tanabe-Sugano diagram is similar to one another, because of there is no other spectroscopic notation. That's why the 2D it rotates, and in the 2D 2T2G to 2EG transitions. And I just explained the D1 to D9 system and having the spectroscopic term. D1 and D9 system are having the same spectroscopic notation. Clear? That's why for the D9 cases, next we can explain the D9 cases. In D9 system, they are also having the same spectroscopic notation, that is called as 2D. Clear? And but one thing is, which is D1 is inverse diagram for D9 system. From the orgel diagram, D1 D6 system of octahedral is in the right hand side and D4 D9 system in the left side of the orgel diagram. Means the D1 is inverse diagram of D9 system. But the transitional lines are only one. That is the, just plotted that the 2D system, which is left half of the orgel diagram. That's why from the left side 2EG to T2G. Only the inverse diagram of the D1 system. It just rotate that, so that is 2EG is the ground energy and 2T2G is the highest energy in the Tanabe-Sugano diagram. That is the Tanabe-Sugano diagram. These are the, that is the orgel diagram. In here, the Tanabe-Sugano diagram, the 2D is the spectroscopic ground energy and 2EG to 2T2G, only the one transition. The electronic transition from T2G1 EG0 to T2G0 EG1. But its terms are inverse to that of D1 system. So that is a very simple diagram in the Tanabe diagrams. Next is D2 system. In the D2 system, in a D2 system, the spectroscopic notations are 5D because of in the I explained the whole concept. One means D1 to D9 system involves the spectroscopic terms. So in a D2 system, the spectroscopic notations are 3F, 3P, 1D, 1G, 1S. Clear? 1G, 1S. Out of that, we consider or we can focus on 3F, 3P and 1G systems only. For the easiest way to draw the Tanabe-Sugano diagram, first I will show the OR gate diagram compared with the Tanabe-Sugano diagram. In OR gate diagram, D2 system is involves the F OR gate diagram. In F OR gate diagram, D2, D7 in the right half of the OR gate diagram, D3, D8 and the left half of the OR gate diagram. That's why the right half of the OR gate diagram, it's a 3F term. Therefore, 3F and having also the 3P term, the 3P right half of the OR gate diagram. The symmetries are T1G, T2G, T1G of P and A2G symmetry. Clear? So the in here the spin multiplicity is 3. Therefore 3T2, 3T1, 3A2G. The three transitional lines, one, second one, and third one. That is the simple OR gate diagram. Based on the OR gate diagram, we can draw the Tanabe-Sugano diagram by plotting the graph delta naught by B, also nothing but dq by B, either delta naught by B or dq by B. If your delta naught by B is considered, the values are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If dq by B will be considered for x-axis, in that case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can be explaining the values in the x-axis. So the delta naught by B, in here the lowest energy is 3F. The lowest spectroscopic notation is 3F in the T2 system. Therefore, the 3F is the ground energy state. And the other terms are 3P and in between 1D and 1G, 1S. These are the other terms which is with respect to the ground energy, the energies are increased. First we will draw the 3F and 3P terms in the Tanabe-Sugano diagram. The lowest energy term is 3T1G. That's why that is the 3T1G. And with respect, just rotate the diagram, and it is in the straight line form or in a plane. So these energies are increased with respect to that. That's why one and the next one is second one and the third one is the 3P. The 3P terms can draw the like that. So the terms, Mulkin terms are 3T1G, 3T2G, 3T1G of P and 3A2G. It's a very simple Tanabe-Sugano diagram for D2 system. We can just complicate the diagram by using the other terms like 1D, 1G, 1S. For exam point of view, it's enough to explain the Tanabe-Sugano diagram for D2 system. But for the information, we can also the use of other system or the other spectroscopic notations like 1D, 1G, 1S in the diagram, which should be the 1D is in between that, or I just showing in the color lines for identify the That is 1D system means there are the two Mulking terms, that is T2G and EG. In the octahedral geometry, T2G in the lower in energy level, EG in the higher in energy level. That's why, but both are overlaps to one another. That's why 1 T2G plus 1 EG, or comma 1 T2G 1 EG. And next is for 1G, it's very important terms in the 1G system. In a 1G, I just explained the 1G having the symmetries are, having the Mulking terms are A1G plus EG plus T1G plus T2G. A1G, EG, T1G, T2G. T2G, and the energies are, one means there are the four lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, but in the order is different. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one, and the fourth one. So the terms are 1A1G, 1 I just explain that, that is 1 EG, and the lowest energy is 1 A1G, and 1 T2G, 1 T1G, 1 T2G, 1 T1G, and another one is oneness. So the oneness term will explain in the diagram, that is the oneness means it involves the term is A1G, that's where 1A1G. So these are the transitional lines which involved in the D2 Tanabe-Sugano diagram. But one thing is, the three transitional lines in the Tanabe-Sugano diagram, the first transitional line, second transitional line, third transitional lines. Means in here the first transitional lines due to 3T1G to 3T2G, and the second transitional lines due to 3T1G to 3T1G of P transition, and third transitional line is 3T1G to 3A2G. Other higher spectral terms or other higher energies are 1G, 1s. But when these energy gap should be maximum, that's why it moves on to the UV region, or the energy gap increases, its intensity should be shorter. And one thing carefully is the energy gap between 3F to 3P, which is 15B, means from the energy gap 3F to 3P is 15B, is always 15B, where B stands for Rakha parameter. Just explain in the next video. The 15B, and the energy gap between the DD transition means 3T1G to 3T2G. This transition is delta naught, and thus this energy gap means 3T2G to 3A2G. That energy gap is also nothing but delta naught, and this energy gap 3T2G to 3T1G, this energy gap is 15B. Means as in the lowest energy from D1, D2, D3, D8, D9 system, it will not differentiate the high spin and low spin complexes, because of it's not possible to explain. Means electronic arrangements are same in high spin as well as low spin complexes for the D1, D2, D3, D8 and D9 system. That's why in these cases we can distinguish the high spin and low spin complexes are difficult. We just consider them as it moves from high spin energy to the or high spin complex to the low spin complexes. In high spin complexes, the energy gap is smaller. Means energy gap means delta naught value should be very small. As it moves on to the low spin complexes, its energy gap should be maximum. We just distinguish that from this point. These are the high spin means its energy gap should be smaller. It as move on to that, it moves to the low spin, its energy gap should be maximum. So just why? Because of in low spin complexes, due to the strong ligand approaches to the metal ions. That's why its energy gap should be increases. As energy gap increases, it moves on to the UV region. Means these are observed in the visible region, and above that it observed in the UV region. That is the D2 system. Next, move on to the D3 cases. In D3 system, the terms are 4F, 4P, then other terms are 2H, 2G. These are the other terms. Just consider the high spin cases. In high spin complexes, octahedral geometry, D3 system, according to the Ohm's rule, the electrons spinning in the lowest in energy level. Means in the low spin complexes, there is no change of electronic arrangement. There is no change of electronic arrangement. Means the approaches of the strong ligand does not disturb the electronic arrangement in the D energy level in the D3 systems. That's why it considers the 4F and 4P are the spectroscopic notations or the spectroscopic terms involved in the Tanabe-Sugano diagram. Others are 2H, 2G will not explain, or we cannot consider the energy separation or the spectral notations. The energy diagram for D3 system and D8 and other D2 to D7 systems are discussed in the next video. Thank you for watching my video.